15 months. He's in New York, in the Rochester area right now. It's really funny that his companion is Elder Hernandez from our Sunset ASL ward. So that's really interesting. It's been a great experience. So now, so all deaf people do not use sign language. But sign language is a big part of the deaf culture. Did you know that ASL is the third most common language in the US? First is English, second is Spanish, and then third is ASL. So it's a lot more common than people think, than you realize. Okay. So I'm not sure if I'm supposed to. Oh, I was initially not supposed to teach this. So thank you for your patience with my frazzledness. I don't know if that's really a word, but I wasn't gonna plan to teach the song, so I'm gonna try my best. We're gonna stay with the primary song, Love One Another. How many of you guys already know that song, Love One Another, in sign language? I know you know some of the words, but do you know that in sign language? Raise your hand. A little bit? Okay. Okay. Perfect. Great. So hopefully you won't feel overwhelmed because you're here willing to learn. So I'm going to be teaching you the words. And then I'm not sure if we have anybody who's going to play the piano. Is there anybody who knows the whole song? So, but do you want to do it? Thank you. We're gonna wait and teach the words first. Yeah. And then we'll add the music. Perfect. So you know the sign love. No. See? I missed it. Hold on. The first line is, as I have loved you. Love one another. So as I, like this, as I, because we're talking about Jesus Christ and he's in heaven. So as I have loved you, and you're gonna point to everyone. So you out like this. Love one to another. By this. By this. Please teach a song. You're so much better at this than I am. Please come up here. Songs are not my thing. I like to copy people's sign, but so cute, Amber. Okay, I want to make sure that I accurate words.
You're writing on the phone?
Yeah, this. Okay, that's my thought. Okay. So, how she does it, I learned a little bit different, so I love it that there's ASL. The beauty with songs is there's no like, oh sorry, should I just sign with your voice?
It's up to you.
Okay, I was simcomming. Sorry. It's like a big no. Like to simcom, I do it because my family, I have deaf and hearing, so I'm just so used to like signing and speaking at the same time. So I apologize, but Amber's used to me. If there's any other deaf people here who I don't think so. So okay. All right. So in ASL it's beautiful because the music it can change up a little bit. So if you see it signed differently, doesn't mean it's wrong. It just means a different stylistic approach to it. If that makes sense. Okay. So as I have loved you, love one another. Good. This new commandment. So we're not going to sign this new. We're going to shorten it, make it simpler. So new, you're gonna take your left hand and open, because if you're right hand dominant, left hand open, flat. Right hand is gonna be kind of like, we call it a ledge handshake, because if you imagine there's a wall and you're gonna kick over the wall, so that's called a ledge handshake. And it's going to flick off your left hand. That's new. Okay. So this new commandment, so that's two, good. Your left hand goes from flat to up. Letter C, top to bottom. Good. And the C face is outward, not inward. Good. Good. Yes. Very good. She's just going to mirror me. Good. Commandment. Okay, so this new commandment, love one another. By this shall man, this is different, okay, ready? So this is easy. By this, meaning like therefore, people, and it's gonna be the letter P, okay? We're gonna do your, imagine you have your two fingers, your peace sign, and then you're gonna shift your middle finger, turn straight out, first finger stays up, thumb goes anywhere that feels comfortable on this line, okay? Wherever it feels comfortable, and then you turn it down. Good. Now you're gonna circle around like people walking feet, people. Good. So, by this shall man know. Good. So that's a ledge handshake, fingertips to the head, and that's to know. Ye are my disciples. Okay, disciples is two thumbs up, one behind the other, the right hand behind the left hand. It's going to go forward and it's going to follow. Good. Disciple, good, follower, exactly. Disciple. Disciple is a follower of Christ. So it goes follow, person. It goes straight down, because this is the sign for like an individual, like people, person. So follower, disciple. Good. So again, by this shall man know ye are my disciple. If, good. It's the letter I, right by the, behind, underneath the I, good. If ye have love one to another. Now, during my mission, it was cute that elders that were deaf created this way. This means I love you. I'm sure you've seen this. So they would do this, love to another. Yeah, and that's how you play with ASL, make it fun. Okay, are we ready? Okay.
Yeah, you guys feel confident? Or do you want to practice more?
Yeah,
One more time.
One more time.
She just saved my life. Thank you. And thank you for playing. We're gonna go through it a few more times so you feel really confident and ready to perform it. Ready?
Do you want me to? Okay.
I'll follow you. You can see right there. I'm gonna watch this for Holly because I'm deaf and I want to make sure that we're following these. Oh wait, did you have a question? If you're left-handed, you'll use your left hand. If you're right-handed, it's your dominant hand. So whichever one you're more comfortable with. So you tend, if you're right-handed, you tend to use your right hand. If you're left-handed, you tend to use your left hand. Beautiful. It's substantial. Did you have a question?
Can we do it again, just a little slower on the song? If it was just a little bit slower?
Sure. We're gonna follow his.
I don't get the as I have.
As I
As I have.
So okay,
Yes.
that's like Y hand shapes, okay? This is like the letter Y. 2 hands, and it's going to be from your body up to heaven,
Okay.
meaning, so make sure all your fingers are curled down except for your pinky and your thumb. Good. And it's gonna go from your body up to heaven, back to our body. That means same as,
Okay.
okay? So just like how you've done, I'm gonna do the same thing. So that's where Jesus Christ is telling, like just like Jesus Christ has loved people, I'm going to love people. Does that help?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have.
Yes.
Have not.
So I want to do one more time without the music and kind of explain why some of the signs are that sign. And then hopefully that will help it stick in your brain a little bit better and why we sign like that, okay? So this is a sign for same. We have 2 things. One thing is on this side and the other thing is over here, and we're showing that they're the same. The hand goes back and forth. So if I'm doing between me and Holly, we both like this song, I'm gonna do this same hand shape because my pinky's pointing to her and my thumb's pointing to myself, and it's going back and forth to show that similarity. So we're trying to follow our Savior, and so that's why we're doing the same to him. So why do you think we're using 2 hands? Because it's prettier, it's to emphasize more that we want to be like him. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Also, the goal in sign language is to get the concept. So we're not gonna follow the word English order, the same as English order where it's word, word, word. So you might see one sign for like 5 words, English words, and we'll use one sign in ASL. Okay, does that make a little sense? Okay, good. So as I have loved, and I think that's pretty obvious that you just love someone, love one another. And this is just, it's another sign for each other, one another, fellowship, socialize. So this sign can mean many different things in ASL. And this sign has many different words in English. So love one another. And I don't know why it's that specific sign, maybe because this is one person and there's other people around us. Do you know the reason why it's that sign?
That's the similar what I say too is like if you have one person, another person goes around the room and you all kind of gather, socialize together, meet each other. Yeah, United, the circle, using a circle.
United, yes. Thank you. What's the next line?
This
new, like you're scooping it out. It's also like the sign for fresh, new, fresh, new start. I'm not exactly sure why it's a movement, but this is a sign for commandment. You see the C shape, it looks like a C. So that's kind of like, a lot of times we use different letters. So like L, this means law. And so we have commandment or rule with the R. We showed that rule. Principle with the P. Remember that P for people? So we use P for principle. So, and with commandment, we're going to use that C to show you. So men, people. But the word men really means all people. It's not just male only, it's all people. So that's why we signed the word people for men. Because Miss Holly, Sister Holly described people or person. And then know. So you have that knowledge in your brain, so you know. So if you're going to say, I don't know, you would sign the opposite. I don't know, where your hand goes away from your brain. No, and then I don't know. No, ye, my. When you're signing something that's possessive, you're going to put the palm of your hand to your chest or to someone else to show that it's yours, hers, his, theirs. Ours would go this way, but mine and yours. So mine, the palm of your hand will be on your chest. Disciple. Sister Holly kind of explained the reasoning for that sign a little bit. Disciple. One hand. Does everybody feel comfortable with that sign? Disciple. If, and I don't have a specific reason why this is a sign for if, it's also a sign for suppose, imagine, if something happened, if. So we're going to have that letter I from the alphabet up by your I. If ye love one to another. And you already know that sign from before. Okay, did you feel a little bit better about that? Are there any questions before we practice today with the music?
I have a
Did you
comment.
have a question? Go
A
ahead.
lot of sign is also the facial expression. So like when she said no, she nodded her head, and when she said don't know, she shook her head.
Yes, thank you for bringing that up. I really appreciate that. That's one other myth question. You'll see many interpreters or deaf people with a lot of facial expressions. Maybe it might feel weird for some of you to use a lot of that expressions. It kind of feels like you're acting or, but those facial expressions are equal to someone speaking with their voice going up and down. So it's not being over dramatic, it's putting that tone and recognizing that emotion on your face. So if you're going to ask a question, if you're saying yes or no, so if you're asking a yes or no question specifically, that head's going to go forward while you're waiting for an answer. Are you okay? That's showing that person that I'm waiting for their response. Are you okay? And I put my head out to wait. And when they say yes, I'll put my head back. There's things called WH questions, and you're going to bring your eyebrows down if you're saying what's wrong. what's wrong? Those eyebrows go down. Why? How? Where? Those kind of things. The point is, the whole point of facial expressions is that there's many different meanings to them, but it's to show emotions that is in your voice. Do you have anything else to add about expressions?
That's the majority of the language too. If you see someone who's interpreting and they have like no facial expressions, the deaf,
They're so boring.
and
so boring.
and the deaf will be like, why am I not understanding what's going on? Why am I confused? The message isn't the same. It doesn't hit the same. It's like dry, boring, monotone.
Yes, exactly.
It's kind of like texting. We use emojis, and there are some people who say, I don't like emojis, but then you can't tell what they mean.
Yes, exactly. That's a perfect comparison. And that's why some people are a lot more expressive or animated than others. And that's part of their personality too. And some hearing people are loud speakers, or they're really quiet, or they're not very expressive. There's a variety of speakers, and they're not skilled at facial expressions, and that's kind of the same in ASL. But it's just shows a variety of signers. Sister Witten, yes.
I've noticed that children of deaf people are way better at using facial expressions.
Yes. Yes. My children are very animated. My second oldest is an interpreter for the Gilbert schools, and she's very good with her expressions. Okay. Does anybody have any other questions before we move on? Good? Okay. We'll go ahead with the penis and we'll do it slower this time. Does that sound good? All right. So now, do you feel more comfortable? Are there any other questions? You want to do it again?
Yes.
Okay. One more time. Do you want her to play a little bit faster or to stay the same pace?
That was good.
The speed
Okay,
of the
both.
song.
First slow, then second fast.
We're fluent in this song.
Great, that was beautiful. Good. You want to do it again a little bit faster?
She's ready.
Yeah.
Yay! Thank you for doing that. That is a big cultural thing in the deaf community is clapping your hands like this. Because we can't hear an applause. So, but we can see this. So thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. Do you want to practice some more or?
Little faster?
30 minutes. I'm coming in to make sure you got.
Do you want to do it at a normal pace?
Yeah, the normal one, the normal. How are we gonna
I
do
would
it?
like to still see her.
All right. Beautiful. So on a scale from 0 to 10, using only your fingers, how much better do you feel than the first time you did the song compared to just right now? 5, 10, 8, 1, 0, 2, below 5. Does anyone feel below 5?
Oh, no below
Oh,
five.
good. A 6, 7, 8. Okay, okay. That's pretty good. I'm proud of you guys. So do you want to practice it one more time or do you feel confident enough?
Wait until the end.
Okay, we'll do it one more time and then, okay, yeah. You guys look great to me. Awesome. Okay. Do we have any more questions, thoughts, comments? I kind of want to open the floor up to you guys. I know some of you might have some questions. Don't be afraid to ask me any question. I have been asked everything. So,
Can we do as I again?
sure.
Yes.
The whole song?
No, just as I.
Right.
As I miss.
Hi.
Do you want me to explain that again? Do you want me to explain it again? So how to sign it or why it's that sign? Okay, so you're gonna have these two hand shapes that look like the Y with your pinky out and your thumb out. They're gonna kind of come together so your palms are facing each other. So your hands are facing each other like this. And your pinkies are gonna go up to heaven. And your thumbs are gonna point down to yourself. And it's gonna move from you up to heaven, back to you to heaven. Does that help?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you for asking. I saw some other hands.
So I have a question. You mentioned that, so basically my question is if, do babies, people who are deaf, what's the risk of the babies being born deaf?
She gave statistics.
Well, she gave the statistic for
Hearing.
the parents and the sign language, but what about the child born to the?
Oh, how many deaf children to deaf parents?
Yeah.
Okay, that is a good question. So 96% of deaf babies are born to hearing parents. So that means 4%, about 4% of deaf babies are born to deaf parents. It's not a very big percentage at all compared to.
So very.
It's kind of surprising, right?
Yeah.
But those deaf children always have a language because their parents sign to them all the time. So they have complete access to language growing up, and it's their first language. So I'm deaf, but ASL is not my first language. English was my first language. So even though I was 15 months old, my first language, the first language that my brain ever recognized was English. And so the goal for deaf children is that they have language accessibility, especially during the first 5 years of life.
How different is ASL compared to like other countries' sign language? Because I'm sure the American culture plays into the way they sign and the alphabet as well.
That's a very good question. So many people will ask, is ASL universal? And no, it's not. It's really interesting because Britain, England, they use an English spoken language, but they don't use ASL. They have their own sign language. It's called BSL. And they use both of their hands for their ABCs, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and so on. I know a very little bit because my son is in New York right now and he's in contact with a deaf man from England, and so he's picking up a little bit of their alphabet. And it's fun, I appreciate it. But yeah, so in Spain, they speak Spanish. In Mexico, they speak Spanish, but they have their own dialect. And it's different, and that's the same with sign language. Even in Australia, they speak English, but they use their own sign language called Auslan. New Zealand, they have their own sign. So it just depends on a lot on their culture and their language. Oh, that's a good point. How sign language was started in America was actually from a French man who came here to America to teach the deaf children. So he brought LSF, that's French Sign Language. And so ASL still has a lot of similarities to French Sign Language. ASL is its own, but it's borrowed a lot from FSF. SLM. SLM, sorry. Say that again. I sign different.
In Canada.
Oh, in Canada they sign different. Yeah, Canada has their own, they have some similarities, but they have their own unique language. So that was a really good question, thank you.
I have a question.
Other?
Okay, if you're upset with your kids, your mother will kind of yell at them, but what do you do when you're deaf? Are your signing more sharp?
Yes, yes. Now remember, we're really an expressive group of people, so hearing people don't really rely on their expressions as much when they get as mad when you yell at your children. So it's the same as deaf, it's just a lot more sharp, it's a lot more quick, and a lot of it depends on their way, their style. If you're patient and tender, like if you get mad, it shows a lot more in your signs, a little bit more dramatic, that kind of stuff.
So I do say
What?
stop it to your child.
Stop.
I like that.
Yeah, thank you.
With an attitude.
Or there is another way you can say stop it. Stop. That's kind of like the sign for like you're all done, you're finished. But it's just a lot more firm because you add in those facial expressions, you're gonna say stop it. Yeah. That's fun.
Can I make a comment? Can I make a comment?
Yeah, go ahead.
My older sister in California has a son born deaf. And he never learned to sign. He's almost 50 now, but he works, he has a good job being deaf.
So how does he communicate? How does he communicate?
I don't know. With, what do you call that? Own sign language by with parents? He married
That's
a
called
deaf
home
lady.
sign.
Home sign.
Interesting way to do it.
Yeah, that does happen sometimes, that they learn sign with their family and that's more gesturing and it's kind of their own sign language. Unfortunately, that's really hard because when they go out of their house, nobody else knows that.
Right.
And so no one will understand them, so that's really hard.
My sister didn't even know he was deaf. They found out when he was 5 years old. And then they couldn't figure out why the little boy does not listen to them.
Yeah, that's pretty common back then. Now we have a lot better technology and improvement and early intervention programs, so things have gotten better. But thank you for sharing that. Okay, for those of you who want to comment or ask questions, raise your hands, please. I'm gonna start over on this side. Oh, and we have 5 minutes left. So I can take 2 more questions for those that haven't asked a question yet. So if you haven't asked a question, over here.
What are big challenges of being deaf and raising hearing kids?
Me. That's me. A lot of people ask me, are your children deaf? And I say, no, they're not, because I was not born deaf. It's not genetic. But I have a sister. Is this her sister Hamilton?
No, I think he's.
No, I'm asked, sorry. Sister Hamilton, your daughter was born deaf, correct? Is that genetic in your family? Okay. So sometimes it's genetic and sometimes it's not. But for me, I became deaf because I was sick. And so it's not genetic. So my children of deaf parents are called CODAs. It's abbreviated for children of deaf adults, CODA. So your question, okay, yes. So their first language is sign language. When they were babies, they were able to sign before they could talk.
Wow.
So my oldest recognized sign at 5 months old, and she could understand it. And I would say milk, and she would get excited, and she would go like this, and I knew that she was ready for milk. And because sign language was her first language, all my children were the same. ASL is their first language, and so they learned that language from me, and they are bilingual. And then one last question. You haven't asked yet.
So what are, deaf people have a lot of different professions. How do you communicate in the workplace?
That is a good question. So we have what's called the American Disabilities Act, and it's shortened to ADA. It's a law that is supposed to legally require that they provide accommodations. And so it's called provide what's called equal access in the workplace. So if a hearing person has full access, they will give accommodations to that deaf person so that they will be able to get that same equal access as a hearing person. So for some deaf people, that's an interpreter. Like for me, I need an interpreter. And that's where I will have the same access as a hearing person. Other people, deaf people, will use different accommodations like captions or special hearing devices. They have, their hearing aids are equipped with Bluetooth, and they'll give a mic to somebody that's presenting so they can hear. So there's a variety of accommodations that are legally required in the workplace for deaf people.
Can you tell her that she's a delight?
Oh, yeah, so sweet, thank you. I really enjoyed being here with you today. Thank you for coming to learn about our language. Do you feel confident and ready to show your new skill?
Yes.
Oh, great. Oh, one last thing is I have some pictures of women with the Savior, and I have extras from a previous Relief Society activity. So if you would like to come up here and take one, I have all the women look different. Some brown skin, some black hair, blonde, lighter skin. So if you would like one, feel free to take one that looks like you. If you don't see one, let me know. I do have some saved on my computer. I can print more and give them to you. You can give one to your sisters, your daughters, your ministering sisters. Come up here and get one.
Can I tell her something?